All right, what's up? Welcome back to the Bean Apple. It's just me and Jim today. John is preoccupied, but we're not going to let you down because the two of us will definitely go at it and have a little bit of fun. So, with that, we're into week 12 now already. For me and you, our seasons are quickly spiraling downward,
Well,
as per script. As
we'll see what happens
prescripted.
today.
We will see what happens today. And then Patriots are going to get a nice, juicy matchup with, I think, everybody on Tennessee injured. So
Yeah.
good for them. That should work out nicely.
hmm
But yeah, we'll run through these games. If you guys got any questions fantasy wise, start sits, stuck between two players, drop it in the chat. Let us help you out with that. We've been giving out I think, some pretty killer advice. Yes, we have missed on a couple, but overall,
So does everyone.
yeah,
So does
right.
everyone. I
No
mean,
one's perfect, but we have definitely we've hit more than we have not on our fantasy advice without a
yep.
doubt. Because I do
Yep.
track it and see like, oh, did I make the right call? 90% of the time, it's yes, that was the right call. So yeah, we're gonna run through these ones. We got some good matchups. The Thanksgiving games were just kind of outside of the Dallas game. The Dallas game was a pretty fun back and forth. Highest rated football broadcast in like the last 10 years, I think they said,
Yep.
which was who would have thought Dallas and the Raiders would have been
Right.
that
Well, I
high,
mean,
but
after the Bears and Lions, I mean, what do you come on? You need something. You're
right.
hungry for some football, and even that game
So
was
bad.
close right to the end. So at least
It
that was a
was.
competitive game instead of just a rollover. But
Yeah.
Carlos, going to Pats
Yep.
pull out the win? I don't think. I like the Pats today, but I won't get too far into that. But
Yeah. I mean, they should win with they're playing the second string Titans. So
yeah,
if they don't win this game, I don't know what to tell you.
right. They're at home.
Yeah. How the stars just continuously align for the Patriots, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like
They're
it
in line to
just,
win the division. Buffalo's falling apart. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, they did look good though.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They rolled pretty good. So this is just a team that's up and down. But
hmm
we'll see what happens with them. It was a good showing though. The very dominant performance for them. Overall, it's just consistency with Buffalo.
Yeah.
Consistency is key, and they don't have it. So. All right, so let's take a look at some games. And again, guys, please hit that subscribe button if you're watching. Help us continue to grow. We keep getting subscribers and losing subscribers. I don't know who unsubscribes. Like it's not cool.
Right.
And
You
it's
could
not
just
okay.
unclick the notifications. You don't have to unsubscribe.
Right.
Right. You
Yeah.
can just say no notifications for a few weeks, and then when you're ready for them, you click the button, the bell again, and you'll get them. That's all.
Exactly.
That's
I looked at our Nielsen ratings, and they're good. They're really
Wow.
good. So
See
people
that?
shouldn't be unsubscribing.
No.
It's up there.
No.
So yeah,
Right.
we
And
have
it's still
like,
free to subscribe, so do it now.
yeah. Cyber Monday sale is still in effect. So yes, free subscriptions. So please go ahead and hit that button. All right. So Steelers Bengals, which this is going to be a fun one to watch because this is one where Cincinnati can really kind of get things back on track and kind of. I mean, they started the year off as the front runners in the AFC.
Yep.
Kind of stumbled there a little bit, fell apart. Like this is a big division game
Mm-hmm.
where they can really kind of take the reins back again on that division. So, who do you like in this one? Cincinnati's only 3.5-point favorites. at
Yeah.
home.
So, and it's funny you said that because I was thinking the same thing. This division, everybody is at 500 or above, right? Nobody's got a losing record.
Right.
So I think this is. I mean, I look back at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's had winning seasons like 7 times since like 1968, right? They're always, 3-win team or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think this is the time. Divisional game in Pittsburgh. Cincinnati has to go in and try.
No, this is a Cincinnati game.
Oh, it is Cincinnati. Actually,
Yeah.
I looked at it and I thought it's a Pittsburgh, but yes,
Nope.
I got it written down here right in front of me. But I think this is a chance
Home
for
game.
them to really set themselves apart. Right? This is the chance. It should be the time for Steelers to start dropping back with Big Ben and Burrow to start moving forward, and hopefully over the next few years that becomes the norm for this division, for Cincinnati to be the leader or one of the leaders in the division, and Pittsburgh to start dropping down where I think they will be now that Ben. This is why Ben's last year, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
But no,
definitely.
I like Cincinnati here. I mean, Boyd and Higgins there. So one thing I saw was Chase has 8 of the touchdowns for the team and Boyd and T. Higgins only have 2 each.
Wow.
So if you look at that, you think Tomlin says, okay, we got to take Chase out. But the other two are just as potent, right? The other two can catch the ball, can score. So I think it's going to be going to the other two today and not just going to your favorite target all the time, and use Boyd and Higgins to get some touchdowns. And I like Cincinnati today.
That'll be an interesting game plan to see how that plays out, because the other thing is the reason he has 8 touchdowns is because nobody could cover him.
Yes, but I mean, eventually, Tomlin should be able to come up with something.
I would think so. The Steelers' defense is the strength of that team, so
that's right.
It's held them in a lot of games. But I definitely think I like the way you're thinking, and I feel like T. Higgins is really that missing piece, because super talented, slipped to the very first pick of the second round, I think it was, or second pick of the second round, so super early. Should have went in the first, but slipped. So I mean, you're talking immense talent there at the wide receiver position.
Yep, they're all healthy.
Yeah, I mean,
go crazy.
Not being
this is the day to do it. Open it up, and you got to beat your division rival.
I agree, and I like that T. Higgins call a lot. I mean, that's somebody that could really blow up today and have a massive game. So, so I'm going to assume that you're picking Bengals in this one.
Cincy.
All right.
Yes.
All right, so I'm also going to take that, and I would bet the 3.5 points. I know it's a division game, but I just feel like the team's better. I really do. So,
he could be.
Yeah, I think he could be. I don't know if I would put Diggs and Adams necessarily in the same tier. I mean, Diggs is good, but Adams is like, elite. So.
Well, he's also got Aaron Rodgers throwing.
He does,
right?
He does.
Dropping it wherever he needs to be.
And Diggs has Allen, who they're best friends for life. So, but Chase is definitely in that conversation to be a tier 1 wide receiver without a doubt. With those guys, it's going to be fun to watch. That kid's talented beyond belief. So, let's see. Next game up, the Bucs at the Colts. This is going to be another good one. This Buccaneers team looks like it forgot how to play football. I mean, there's really, they look bad. Brady, it's like Father Time just smacked him in the face. It's like, no, I found you.
You know? And he still looks younger than anybody else on the team, though.
He does. But he was in witness protection, and they found him. So, but no, he looks bad. Something doesn't look right with him. This Colts team is on fire. There's really, I mean, Jonathan Taylor is, did he really come out and make his name known this season? I mean, yes, first round draft pick anyway in fantasy, and everybody knew how good he was, but I mean, he's taking this team on his shoulders, taking all the pressure off Carson Wentz. You know, Wentz just has to manage the game, keep it small, don't make mistakes, and Taylor's winning games for them. I mean, to me, clear-cut MVP at this point. Because this team, when we were talking about it in preseason, we said they were going to win, maybe 3 or 4 games?
I had them winning like next to nothing because I thought they were going to be horrible. I have no confidence in Wentz. I thought they're going to be in last place in the division. And luckily, they got Jonathan Taylor running the way he's running because he's been opening up the whole game for them.
Yes. Yeah. So this is and again, when we talk about Vegas and their confidence, 2.5 point favorites for the Bucs.
Yep.
So... to me, I mean, you take it to less than a field goal, Vegas doesn't know what to do with this game, right? I mean, you do a lot more betting than I do, but you tell me. That's what it tells me is Vegas isn't sure what to do, so they don't want to open it up to a field goal.
Yep. So I think the key today is Vita Vea. So Vita Vea didn't play last week against the Giants, was warming up. Hey, Mike.
What's going on, Mike?
I think Vita Vea is the key. So, yes, everyone is thinking what you just said. You know, Tampa's sputtering. They played the Giants last week. Giants kind of self-imploded and got down early, did everything wrong in the beginning, leading to Garrett getting fired, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I think I'm taking Tampa today. I think with Vita Vea there and JPP, who's I hated that we got rid of him, even though he blew up his hand, he got in a car accident, and everything that this guy does, he's like Frankenstein, fractures his neck, and still does not stop. I mean, 4 quarters, full blast, never slows down. And then you have Vita Vea, who eats up double teams. I think they're going to slow down Taylor. I think they're going to get to Wentz, and they're going to get the Colts off the field and Brady on the field. And I think Tampa Bay takes the game. And I think Tampa Bay is going to score some points today. I think I like Tampa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
but I think everyone's thinking the opposite. I think this is the Colts down week and Tampa rolls.
I got to look and see who I picked now, because your confidence is now shaking me on this Tampa. I mean, as close as it was, I know I was back and forth on it now, and I got to take a look and see.
Yep, and he's from New Jersey. That's right.
That's what I thought. All right, so I went with the Colts in this one just because of how
like
hot.
The rest of the country. Yeah, nope.
Actually, no. Surprisingly, 68% have picked the Bucs to win this one.
Okay, well, I'm on that side.
So you're on that side. So I'll stick with what I said. I'll stick with the Colts, which I'm shocked that I'm doing, because I, like you, had no faith in them. I thought they were going to win like 2 games, but like I just said, they're at home. The defense is playing well, not great, but well. Jonathan Taylor is unstoppable, and Carson Wentz is not making mistakes. He's just
wait till Vita Vea gets in there.
He might shatter him.
He's a sumo wrestler. And,
he might shatter him into pieces.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite defensive linemen. Oh, that guy is incredible to me. I mean, and with JPP next to you, I mean, come on. They just you think they're just going to bull rush everything all game. Yeah,
but you do have to admit, if you didn't know he was a football player, you'd think he was a female porn star, right? I mean, it just Vita Vea, that just has like porn star written all over
It's a great name too. I mean, it's just, what is he, from the Isle of Fiji or something?
He's gotta be. Yeah. But it just, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, we're drafting porn stars now to play football. That's awesome. And then he comes out and he's like 300 pounds. And I was like, I didn't say that. He's
a beast.
That was Jim that was saying you look like a female porn star. So anyway, I'll go Colts, you go Bucks, and
good.
And we'll see how that one splits. I got to make up some ground anyway, so hopefully I'm going against you guys in our league so I can catch up a little bit.
You're going to go the wrong way. Hey, Jacob.
I might. What's up, Jacob? Morning, buddy. All right, so Panthers, Dolphins. Carolina 1-point favorites, which I think is pretty accurate. I mean, the Dolphins, they did beat the Jets last week, but I think it took a lot. A lot of people were bashing on the Jets again. They lost by a touchdown. They missed 2 field goals, and they had to kick a field goal at the end to go for the onside kick. If they made those 2 field goals, you're pushing for a touchdown to win the game at the end instead of a field goal and an onside kick attempt. So that game was closer than it should have been, closer, and potentially a Jets win, depending on how that goes. If they don't pull up and go for the field goal and onside kick and push for a touchdown, that could be a W. This team doesn't look good. The Panthers, though, are they completely rejuvenated under Cam, or is this just like a shock and awe type of thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so I'm looking at their depth chart here. So McCaffrey is looks healthy. DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Cam Newton. There's a reason why they got rid of Cam, right? I mean, last week I said I didn't think it would be they would win because of him, and he did end up throwing a touchdown, or throwing 2 of them, I believe. And he, right, Carlos. He does seem revived. He does seem excited to be back where he started in Carolina. I did like Miami. I did think Miami playing at home could beat. Obviously their defense would have to step up and stop Cam and hopefully hit him a little bit. And really the key is slowing down McCaffrey, right? I mean, you have to do that if you're looking to win the game. And like I said, he is healthy. Man, I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of either one of these teams. So this is a harder pick for me. But I'm going to go with Miami at home. I think Miami at home, the defense keeps them in the game and they pull the game out.
No. So the defense has been playing better as of late for Miami. This Panthers team, they pulled out a couple shockers, but they're a very hard team to get a pulse on. So I'm going to agree with you on this one, surprisingly. And 90% of it's also because I'm rooting for them to lose for that draft pick. So I'm going to say the Dolphins continue to stay hot. They do enough, and they win this game. I mean, really, you take McCaffrey out of the game, and what do they got, right? I mean,
Right. Right.
Cam's running. You know Cam's going to run. He's not going to beat you with his arm. So
Yep.
you stack the box. You don't let a runner leave the backfield, and you have a very good chance, I think,
That's
of
right.
beating this team every week.
Slow
Panthers
them down.
defense is good, so it's going to be
Yep.
a lot on Tua because Dolphins do not have a running game. So, yeah, a lot on Tua to win this game. This is going to be a big game for him. If he can really come out and blow him up, really
Right.
going to give the Dolphins fans a lot of confidence and hope moving forward. So, all right, so we circled this a little bit here, but the luck of the Irish in Boston continues. The Titans and the Patriots, everything, everything, and and Carlos said it earlier. Don't know if it's just what did he say? If he sold the soul to the devil, or some might say the Patriots are blessed. Others say Belichick made a deal with the devil. Guess we'll never know. Yeah, so I'm going to say it's probably the latter of the two, but because they're not blessed. So,
Right. Right. And now it's like, so Belichick is still there. When Brady left, taking the Titans. When Brady left, everyone thought, oh, that's it. But no,
Yeah.
apparently not. I mean, they're making do with what they got, and they're winning games, and they're playing well, and they're shutting down the opposing stars. So Jacob, taking the Titans. I mean, Titans are so banged up.
right.
They're playing with no names, really. I don't see how the Pats don't win, right? I mean, to me, the Pats win again today. I mean, they're at home. Tennessee comes in. I'm not a fan of Tannehill. No, I think the Pats do what they have to do to win, and I don't know who they really have to take out of the game, because there's a bunch of guys that are just their starters are out, and I think the Pats win. Mac Jones is another good day.
Yeah. He's not going to have to do a lot, I don't think, in this one, right? You don't have Derrick Henry. You don't have Julio Jones. You don't have AJ Brown.
No.
Their tight ends are whatever. You have nothing. Even McNichols is out with a concussion, so you don't have your change of pace back. So Adrian Peterson was cut. So all you've got is Foreman back there, which
right. So Jacob
bad.
is taking the Titans because he needs the Pats to lose. Right? For the bet. That's what it is,
true.
right, Jacob?
That's true.
So Jacob, you're taking the Giants versus the Eagles, and you're taking the Titans versus the Pats, right?
Yeah.
Which is that's gonna be some game today. It's snowing a little bit. We're getting a little bit of flurries here, but that's not going to affect Philly because it's probably maybe doing the same thing there. It's only 90 minutes down the road. So
yeah, probably. But yeah, like Carlos said, I mean, they did spend a lot in the offseason. It did help the defense out tremendously. I don't think either one of the tight ends is really that like that to me. That they overpaid for both of the tight ends. They're not producing the type of numbers that you would really want to see for the amount of money that they gave to two tight ends. The wide receivers are not exciting. Like I said, the defense is playing outstanding for the Patriots, and it usually does. And Mac Jones is not being asked to do a lot. He's not making mistakes, and I don't know if this Titans team is going to be able to pressure Mac Jones enough to make mistakes in order to win this game. And I think that's what they're going to need to do. Vrabel, though, has, we were talking about it. He's not a Patriots coach from that coaching tree, but he was a player there for a long time. He knows how Belichick operates, and he seems to be the only one that can really give Belichick trouble out of all of the previous coaches that he goes up against. And that's the only thing that I would kind of say, like, Vrabel gives him a very hard time.
Right. So I agree with that. And it does seem like Vrabel can scheme well, but the problem he has is his players don't execute. And they get stupid penalties.
Yeah.
And when he does execute, there's usually a flag on a play, and you just see him on a sideline, like just so frustrated because that's really what happens, right? He has the right idea, he calls the right play, and somebody makes a mistake. And that's, that discipline, for whatever reason, isn't there.
Maybe the fact that everybody's hurt could change that.
It could be.
Right. It's going to be a lot of young guys, a lot of young guys who really want to make a name for themselves. Maybe.
Or does that lead to more mistakes because they're young and inexperienced? Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know, but I'm with you. I hate to say this, but I got to take the Patriots on this one. If the Titans had even two of those, if they had Henry and AJ Brown, I'd probably pick the Titans. But
yeah,
I don't know how. I don't see
unfortunately.
it. like we just talked about with Tua making a name for himself, if Vrabel can go into Foxborough with that team and knock the Patriots off, watch out. I mean, that's going to make a statement for them as well. So, all right, let's talk about you a little bit. Eagles,
G-Men,
Giants, 5-6 Eagles coming down to the 3-7 Giants. Man, they looked bad. They looked bad against Tampa.
So Jacob, while I get ready here, give me a final score for the game. Barkley's questionable. Shepard, of course, is out. I mean, this guy cannot stay on the field. We got Tony's doubtful. Rudolph is doubtful. So the big thing, though, is obviously Garrett got fired, right? So they finally fired him, and our judge this week is saying, he wanted him gone last year. So that was the first time I heard him say that. Wow, 31-17. I like it, but I don't know if I believe it. I'd love to see that. But so Garrett, apparently he did want him out earlier, right? With this archaic offense. I mean, we score one touchdown and it's to our linemen against Tampa Bay, right? Galladay gets like one catch. We're not using him at all, 40 million guaranteed. Come on.
Right.
Yeah, Tony out there. We got all the guys on the field and we're not using them. We're using a lineman. We're going to use a trick play. And then a couple times he had Jones run into the line. What are you doing? So thank God he's gone. I wanted him gone in the offseason. Freddie Kitchens comes in. He's filled in for him in the past. And we're going to see. I mean, I hope that Judge tells him, I want you to light it up. Use everybody. You got to throw that ball at Galladay a dozen times today, right? Make him go up and make that catch. Throw it up high. Make him compete and get him in the game early. But on the other side, I mean, Philly's been playing good ball, right? I mean, they're healthy. Sanders is there. You got Devontae. I mean, and Logan Ryan apparently is still out on our defense with COVID. So that hurts us.
Jalen Hurts just looks really good.
He looks better. I'm not a fan of his, but he does. He went up to Denver and won and had a good game last week. So I think this is going to be a tough game. I mean, I love that we're playing at home, and I want to take the Giants. Giants are what, plus 3.5? I don't know, 31-17. I think if the Giants win, they win by 3. It's usually we don't get usually to 30, but the key would be, can we slow down Philly? Can we keep them to 17 points, like he's saying, and we score 20? Right? I could see us a 2017 game, and hopefully it gets a little breezy and a little slick with the snow and slippery to slow down Devontae a little bit and Tua from running, but that would also affect Jones. I think this is a tough game for the Giants. I really do. I mean, I think the way Philly's been playing, but again, the way this year has been, as soon as a team looks like they got it lined up, they fall apart. And the other team got blown out, Giants, against Tampa Bay last week. And all of a sudden they could have a big game today. Yeah. Right? So who am I taking? Is that the next question?
That's the question.
I got to take the Giants. Okay, I cannot say, my mouth cannot say I'm taking Philly over the Giants. It won't come out. But no, I'm taking the Giants, and I think the only way we win is like 2017, and we hold them down because we don't score 40 points. We don't do that. So I'd love to, but we just don't.
Have you seen Red Notice yet?
No, Ryan Reynolds. No.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of when you said that, when he's like, all right, we'll work together and we'll solve this. And he's like, teamwork. No, it just doesn't feel right coming out of my mouth.
No. I cannot say Eagles are beating the Giants.
I'm going to pick the I'm going with the Giants. I can't say it. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't. So this is tough. So I know in your heart, you're betting G-men, and in the logical side of you that's placing money on a table is probably not doing.
I'm not taking this game because I worry about Darius Slay's been playing very good, right? Yeah. So we got Darius is probably going to draw Galladay. Yeah. So we're going to have to use Ingram, and we're going to have to use some of the other guys. Eagles finally slide. What's your final score there, Jonathan? So Darius Slay is going to be the key on their defense in the back to slow down Galladay, I believe. And, hopefully Josh Sweat and Fletcher Cox don't get to Jones too much. And the O-line, to me, the O-line couldn't hold Tampa Bay off, and they didn't even have Vita Vea in. Yeah. So they knew, wow, he's going the other way. Did you see Jacob's comments? So they didn't, and that's why I think Tampa left Vita Vea out of the game. They wanted Vita Vea for today against the Colts. They figured we're good enough against Giants O-line last week. Let him sit one more week because he was warming up. He wanted to play. And Arian said no and sat him and saved him for today against Tampa Bay and Jonathan Taylor.
All right. Well, for updates for you, so you've got Saquon is active.
Yep. Tony's out now, right?
Kadarius Toney is out. Sterling Shepard out. John Ross active. Kyle Rudolph inactive. Caden Smith out.
Yep.
So pretty
well. Even up. Ross was questionable, so he's active, but he's not 100%. And he's another one, right? The speedster that I think he was in one play last week, and it was like an end around to him. I said, come on. Just send them deep. Keep going deep every play. If
that's hard to do.
Blown coverage,
with quad injuries. It's hard
right,
to
we got you for your speed, right?
Yeah, it's I mean, you maybe this is Evan Ingram's time to actually ball.
That would be nice.
I mean,
this is gonna be his last year here.
We keep talking about how much talent that guy's got and can't put it together. So I do like Freddie Kitchens, and if you remember a couple years ago when he came in for Cleveland, who was a complete shit show.
Yeah.
And he steps in interim and turned that team around. And then they hired him the next year, fell apart, instantly fired him. God forbid you'd give a man a little bit of time to rebuild something, but that's what happens in Cleveland. But definitely came in and lit things up on the offense, which was great. So if he comes in and plays like that, or runs an offense like that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to see, and it'll be refreshing for the Giants, and especially for you guys, because I don't know if you saw that stat that I put up in our page that the Giants have scored less touchdowns since the beginning of 2020 than the Jets have. So
that's sick.
So think about that. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
Change. Is that defense too? Offensive defense or just
offensive? Offensive touchdowns. Have scored less touchdowns on offense than the Jets have. Last in the league.
In the last how many years?
Since the start of 2020.
Wow, that's bad.
So that's bad. Like it was like 42 touchdowns. I think they've scored since the beginning of the year, and the Jets have scored like 46. So not a huge difference, but still a difference. So
both teams are pathetic. But Mark's right. You see Mark there? Right? The amount of upsets that have happened in the last 4 weeks, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Really, and that's why some of these games today, I mean, I think the same thing. Right, it would be an upset, obviously, the Giants beating Philly, but the way it looks on paper and what you've been seeing recently, but that's what's been happening. Philly looks good, and then they have a down week, and the Giants look bad, and then all of a sudden they take off, and that's the NFL, right?
Right, doesn't make any sense. This last month has not made any sense whatsoever. I mean, you think easy ones in the bag, and then they get blown out.
Your stone cold locks blown up.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Unfortunately, Jim, I've got to go against you here, and I've got to go with the Eagles.
Go ahead.
This one,
I like when you do that.
It's also like the Eagles are another team, like the Colts. I said they're going to win. We did. I think we did put a lot on Jalen Hurts, right? Because his numbers were actually pretty decent last year, but they weren't great in the small sample size that he had. So a lot of it was. If Jalen Hurts sucks, this team's going to win 1 or 2 games. If he's great, they could challenge for a division. And he's, as you could see, with the 5 and 6, he's kind of right in the middle. So, definitely an interesting team to watch this year because I don't think anybody was expecting this really.
Not much, no.
But I'm going to say they get to 500 this week, and
I hope not.
Jalen Hurts is just He's playing great. He really is playing really, really great right now.
And thank God Dallas is letting everybody in the division stay close.
Yeah, it's awfully nice of them.
It is, right?
Freaking Raiders. Couldn't believe that.
I mean, they lose to the Raiders on Thanksgiving. Is there anything better? I mean, I thought the lasagna was great and the dessert, but man, I'll tell you, the apple pie was good, but the Dallas losing,
that
was the best part of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that was an insane game. It really was. So, all right, let's keep rolling through here. Second to last. So Falcons at the Jaguars.
Wow, let's spend a lot of time on this.
We really need to dive into this game. There's a lot to dissect in this one. I don't know. So Atlanta's 2-point favorites. Atlanta's another team to where they've had games to where they've the offense has looked unstoppable. And then they've had games where it looks like the team just wanted to leave in like 9 minutes into the first quarter, just like, all right, we're done playing today. So I don't know on this one. Trevor Lawrence has looked bad as well lately. Kyle Pitts, apparently he just got phased out of the offense because I haven't heard his name in quite a while. This is just a game that I don't know which way it goes.
So what's weird is I have Jacksonville. The game opened up with Jacksonville -1. So
Really?
Jacksonville was the favorite starting the week out. What the hell is that? When was the last time that happened? Is Trevor on here?
Well, it seems like
come on, that's unbelievable.
They fixed that real quick. Vegas,
yeah. I guess something happened there. I don't think Jacksonville wins today. I like Atlanta here. Atlanta doesn't win. What's their record? 4-6.
4-6.
Cordell now is active. They said. Oh, now he's inactive. Falcons inactive. Sheffield.
Let me refresh.
Oh no, Cordell Patterson active.
He is active. Yep.
So 4-6. I mean, they are both of these. This game. Thank God this isn't on TV. But Atlanta. It's almost like a home game for them, riding right down 95 to Jacksonville, right?
Yeah,
he's right there. So Page and Pitts, right? You got to utilize Patterson. If Patterson can run that ball through the line like he does, like he's capable of, and then they have some play action to Pitts, I think that's enough. They had a couple guys on the defense that are out, Bullard and Jones, but I don't see how Jacksonville is going to beat Atlanta. I don't care if they're home or not. I like Atlanta.
Okay. I'm going to agree with you. The only thing that I really wanted to vent about, and Travis, I haven't seen Travis in a little bit, but
his team's 2-8. His team is 2-8.
I know. But why is Trevor Lawrence getting this free pass when every other quarterback is getting roasted? I don't understand why. He's played bad the last couple of weeks, and nothing about potential bust or anything like that. But of course I'm going to take offense to this, but poor Zach Wilson. It's his first. He hasn't even played the game today, and they're already talking about if he has a bad game, he's a bust.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence stats this year, he's 24th in yards with 2,100. He's 29th in touchdowns with 8. He's tied for 25th in interceptions with 9, and he's 27th with QBR at 35.2. I mean,
it's not.
He was the number one pick. Number one. Come on.
Yeah.
I think you wanted a little more than that.
And I haven't heard the bust label once used on him.
No.
But Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, both getting blasted with bust labels when they're on just as bad of teams.
Right.
You know, so why is he getting this free pass in year one and the other guys are just constantly getting blown up by the media? Is it because it's Chicago and New York?
Yeah. Jacksonville is nobody even knows they're in the NFL.
Apparently, but you'd think the major networks would be talking about how bad he's doing. They just don't. He has been bad, and I'm excited to see, and we'll get into it here. But I'm also going to pick the Falcons as well. I think they should be able to handle this team. But then again, the Jaguars beat Buffalo, so who knows?
Buffalo is sleeping, I think, right, Mark?
Up and down, Buffalo. Up and down. You never know which Buffalo team's going to show up.
That's right.
They are getting very unfairly blasted. John saying Atlanta by 10. So that's pretty good. I wouldn't disagree with that.
So John's saying lay the points. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So Jets, Texans, 2-8 teams, absolute slugfest. Houston's a 3-point favorite, man. My season is done. I am done with football. The Texans team that we said was going to win 0 games, 1 if they're lucky, is now a 3-point favorite against my team. Why do I even enjoy this sport at this point? I don't understand.
I don't know. I've been wondering that. John,
I don't understand
help
at all. This is insane. Insane. You're telling me
the Texans are favored over the Jets.
Yeah, I mean it's a home game, but have the Texans have not been a favorite this year, have they?
I would say
maybe against Jacksonville. I think even even that one.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either. So why are the Texans?
Let me hear. I can't wait to hear this. What's your pick on this game?
I had to look and see. I was like, did they activate Deshaun Watson? I thought that maybe that's what it was. Like, okay, that's why they would be a favorite. That makes sense.
Joe's been saying that since he's been born.
I have. Next year. That's I've got it tattooed across my back with no regrets.
Yeah, that's right. No regrets.
It blows my mind. Now, of course, the Jets, they lost Michael Carter. He's on IR for the next 3 games. So
that's it. That's over.
That hurts a lot.
Yep.
Corey Davis is now out.
Perfect.
He pulled his groin again in practice, so thank you very much for that. But Elijah Moore has been balling out the last couple weeks. So that's going to be, if hopefully he can keep that going. I mean, he's been one of the top receivers in football, top 5 receivers production wise over the last 3 weeks, which is shocking. But AJ Brown did say that he would bet all of his game checks that he was going to win Rookie of the Year when he was drafted. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, he said he would bet all of his game checks. Elijah Moore was going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's how.
That's how talented he was.
So it's starting to show. A little bit. So I mean, we'll see. They got Crowder. They've got Cole, who I like a lot. But without losing Corey Davis hurts. He's just a huge receiver. Which sucks. And Michael Carter,
I think Michael Carter's a bigger loss for you.
He is definitely a bigger loss because he has been, and I'm sure you've seen a little bit of it. He doesn't go down. I mean, he eludes tackles, and it's really, really nice. So it was fun to see what it is. This is a good one.
Ty Johnson or Odell. So actually, Matt Stafford was talking about Odell, and I think he was planning on utilizing him some more today against what did they got? Green Bay. Yeah, Green Bay.
Yeah,
he was. So I think Odell's getting more into the game plan there, and another week or two of practice together.
Non PPR though, that's tough because Ty Johnson's going to make his money.
Yeah,
he's going to make his money on the catches. He's going to be your third down change of pace guy, and he's pretty good out of the backfield catching. So, but Odell. I mean, I don't trust Odell at all. And he's had 2 100-yard games in like the last 2.5 years. It's really bad. So I would probably still go Ty Johnson. I expect this game to stay close, the Jets-Texans game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout one way or the other. So the offenses should stay pretty even-keeled. Odell's an easy name to go to because he is a name, but you can't trust him. And you couldn't trust him for the last 1.5 years, 2 years in Cleveland. You're going to trust him in game 2 on the Rams?
So Ty Johnson's the starter, right, today?
They're saying it's going to be Tevin Coleman, but...
Yeah. Oh, wait, I just got an alert. Hold on. The Jets just signed Frank Gore for today.
And that's the show, everyone. Thank you.
Frank Gore's back.
They're saying Tevin Coleman, but I have a feeling they're going to lean more on Ty Johnson in this one just because he's been so heavily involved with Michael Carter over the last 4 weeks or so.
Right.
So I would probably
Odell might get 2 catches today, right? I mean, and Ty will probably outdo that.
I think you're going to get more production out of Ty. Yeah. I mean, Odell could have that big 80-yard run and catch. I mean, by that is completely within his capabilities, but we haven't seen it in so long. I wouldn't bet on it. Not in week 2 on a brand new team in the middle of a season. That's too much. So I would go Ty Johnson. Take the player that has the likely higher touch rate and go with that. So
I'm guessing he's a Denver fan, right?
I'm guessing Bronco players, but
Bronco
plays. Yeah, we haven't talked about them yet. But all right, so let's. So
where are you going? I didn't hear that. Was that?
Yeah, so I didn't get to finish my thought.
Good luck, Bronco.
I'm a little torn. Yep. Thanks, Broncos. Thanks for dropping in, man.
Yep. Let us know how you did.
Yep. So the Texans. Now you got 2-2-8 teams. The Jets aren't playing for anything, so I'm kind of torn. Like, do I want to see them win? Yes. Do I want to keep another high draft pick paired with Seattle's likely high top 10 draft pick and have 2 top 10 picks in this coming up draft to rebuild this team?
Mhm.
Yes.
But
If we win this game, we move up to the 4th, 5th pick instead. And so I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really, with this draft coming out, it doesn't really matter. If you're not sitting 1 to get Thibodeau out of Oregon,
it's
I
not
don't
like
think
it's not like last year's draft.
No, it's not at all. The top end isn't fully loaded with premier talent. So I want to see the Jets win this one. Obviously, what I want to see more, I really don't care if they win this game. The season's already over. I want to see Zach Wilson play well. That's all I want to see is, did he watch the last 3 weeks and learn anything on how to change his game? And what he's saying from his pressers is that, yes, he needs to take the checkdowns. He needs to look small. And when the opportunities are there, go deep, but not look deep and then run out of time. So it sounds like, from watching how the other 3 guys ran that offense and the quick passes and he specifically said multiple times, I need to get the ball in my guys' hands and let them do something. Like, so good. You don't have to do it all. And he's realizing he doesn't have to do it all. So, like you, I can't say that other TX. So I'm going to go with, I'll pick the Jets.
You're going to take the points.
Yeah. Give me my Jets to win this one. Because if we lose to the Texans, it's just...
Yeah, well, bad. I mean, I think you are gonna. I mean, because just like I can't say the Eagles going, I can't say the Jets are gonna win either.
Who's starting for the Texans? Is it Mills or are they starting Taylor?
I don't even know if it matters. No, I think it's Taylor.
Well, if he throws 6 interceptions again,
right? If he does, I mean, I'll tell you, the only guy in the Jets that I like is Barrios. I think that guy catches the ball. No one's going to knock that ball out of his hands. The guy's got arms that are just solid, and you'd like to see him involved more, right? I mean, I think he returns kicks now for you guys, punts, whatever. But he doesn't. To me, he doesn't get targeted enough, because whenever I see a Jet game, which is rare, and I do see a ball thrown to him, he comes down with it. Well, why? Why? I don't like wasting my time.
Because I need a little support in my life.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's going to be a garbage game. AJ Dillon or Aaron Jones if he plays. So Aaron Jones is game time, right? They're saying, and
yes.
So I think Broncos. Bronco. I'm going to say Dillon. So here's what I think. I think Jones wants to play, but I think the smart play for them is to let him sit and get better, because they got the bye next week. So they're going to buy next week. Don't put him in there. Don't let him blow up. You need him for the long run, right? You agree? Yep. Need him for the long run. Give him the 2 weeks off. Sometimes you got to be, they're their own worst enemy, right? No, put me in, and then all of a sudden it gets blown out, and now you lose it for the season. You don't want that. So I think I would go with Dillon, because I think Dillon's a tough runner. They'll utilize him, and Jones should not even be in there today. I get it's a divisional game and you want it, but actually, no. Green Bay.
No, it's not a divisional, but
you don't want to.
You're still pacing. Him. You're pacing for the number 1 seed.
That's right.
As
go with Dillon. I would go with Dillon. Right.
I probably would too, unless something comes out otherwise. Like Aaron Jones is fully healthy and ready to take it. But yeah, I mean, if there's nothing that comes out like absolutely,
give him the 2 weeks off and
definitive,
to finish the season out.
Right, because you know this Green Bay team's going to the playoffs.
Right. So, and he has an MCL sprain, right? I mean, it's not like you got a cramp in your no, I mean, you don't want to blow that out.
Yeah. Awesome. Man, thank you,
bro. All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Forward. Definitely check back in. Let us know how it went. I'm going to be tracking it anyway, because I track all the advice that we give out to make sure that we're giving out the best advice and not screwing people over. But
we usually on target. Once in a while we whiff, but everybody does.
Right. Everybody strikes out, but I think we're batting like 600-700. So it's Hall of Fame. It's Hall of Fame worthy batting averages that we're playing football with. So
just need longevity now.
Yeah, right. You got to stay healthy.
That's right.
Can't have any torn fladubas to finish out our career. All right, so you're going Texans. I'm going with my Jets, and it's going to be just like in Atlanta, a huge bum fight.
It's going to be a great game. 9-6, 12-10.
Rough. It's going to be rough. Let's just hope for a Zach Wilson A little bit of Zach
Right.
Wilson love.
That's going to be the key. Like you said, I mean, is he going to learn? Is he going to try and throw bombs? What is he going to do? So Aaron Rodgers with a fractured toe, or Kirk Cousins. Minnesota against San Francisco. Man, I'll tell you, if San Francisco plays the way they did against the Rams was it last week or the week before?
Yeah, it was last
Holy
week.
cow. They had no chance. So I think they could be all over Cousins.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers
home
going
game
against Rams defense. Wow, 2 tough defenses.
Yeah. That's gonna be
That's
gonna be
a
tough.
good one there, Bronco. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers
And to be fair, I mean,
at home.
Kirk Cousins has been playing really, really well.
Yep.
I would probably still go Rodgers.
Yeah, so I think I would go Rodgers too at home.
If it was a home game for Minnesota, I might flip that. But yeah, that 49ers defense looks like they figured it out.
Yep.
Or maybe it was just a division game that they got. But yeah, the Vikings, when you pressure Kirk Cousins, he falls apart. He's kind of like he's a younger version of Tom Brady. Like, you hit Cousins a couple times and he starts making stupid mistakes. Packers at home, 36 degrees today.
What's the weather in San Fran? I didn't look at that. If it's misty, rainy,
62 and sunny.
Really?
It's going to be a beautiful day in San Francisco for
But
football.
still, that San Fran defense, if they do play up, I mean, Minnesota has weapons, and you know how I feel about Minnesota. I think Aaron Rodgers is the pick there.
Yeah, I would go with Rodgers. Don't get
So
cute with it.
We got a question here
Nick.
from Nick too. Aaron Jones over Ty Johnson in hopes that he plays. Oof. I think even if Jones does play, even if somehow they get him in, I don't see him playing the whole game. There's no way you can risk that MCL sprain playing the whole game. I think you got it. If those are your only choices, and Joe, you could chime in. I think if those are your only choices, I think you got to go Ty.
Right. And I'm curious, what's your league? Is it PPR or is it just is it no PPR, half PPR, single point PPR? Like, what are you playing in? Because if it's PPR, I expect Ty Johnson's probably gonna have 5 or 6 catches in this game alone, outside of the carries. And like we were talking about a little bit earlier in this game, I know with Michael Carter out, full PPR, definitely Ty Johnson. Because Aaron Jones, it's too much of a risk for a late game, and if you have to default to DJ Dallas, that's a massive downgrade. Overall, the whole Seattle offense right now is a mess. I have Collins, who I have to reluctantly start because of injuries, and I'm not happy about.
Right, so DJ's the backup in Seattle anyway. I mean, so
he's like the 5th string.
No, I wouldn't go him.
It's really bad. Way too risky. Full PPR. I would go with Ty Johnson. It's been him and Michael Carter in New York for the last month, and Ty Johnson's been getting action even with Michael Carter taking the reins of that offense. Ty Johnson's really been putting up some quiet numbers, and now with Carter out, I think he's going to take over a much larger role. I know they're saying Tevin Coleman's going to be the lead there, but I have a feeling that Ty Johnson's going to take that over because he's just been playing better. So they're going to go with the hotter hand, and it hasn't been Tevin Coleman when he's been touching the ball. So I would just chalk up Aaron Jones as being out and go with Ty Johnson. Personally.
Who's your team there? Looks like you got a Cubs hat on, maybe. I don't know if that's is he a Bears fan, Nick?
It does look like a Cubs hat, but it's like this. It's about that big.
Yeah,
so it's
I know.
very hard to see.
It might be a Bears. It might be a Bears logo behind them too. I can't see that. But all right, where are we at?
Chicago. Okay, so
I'm Texas. Your Jets. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So afternoon games, we could run through these real quick. We've got
9 minutes for kickoff. Yep.
All right. So Chargers, Broncos. Give me your win here.
So in Denver.
Yep.
Chargers like to find ways to lose.
They do.
Where's Alex? He's not on, right?
No, I haven't seen Alex yet.
This is another game that I'm going to take Denver just because they're at home. That's it.
Okay.
It's unfortunate because I really had higher hopes with the Chargers this year, and I didn't really have much for Denver, and it's kind of been the opposite. So
it is true.
I think in Denver, LA team going to Denver. It's probably cold. I didn't look at the weather, but I'm taking Denver at home.
No, 54 degrees.
Well, that's cold for Californians. They don't know what that means. That's
I guess that is
freezing
true.
for them.
For SoCal, yeah, it might as well be.
What are you talking about?
Antarctica.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. No, I'm going to go Chargers on this one. I just, like you said, I feel like they should be better than this. This is a division game. They should know how to play each other. Give me the Chargers. I think they should be able to pull this one out. Herbert should be able to beat the Broncos, but Chargers defense is so bad. I don't know. Big Javonte Williams game coming today is what I'm thinking. But we'll see. We'll see on that one. But give me the Chargers, 3 points. I don't know.
Good. We're opposite again. Okay.
I don't know if I'd put money, but straight up, I'll take the Chargers. But I expect it to be close.
Yep.
All right, so we've tiptoed around this one with a lot of questions fantasy-wise, but the Rams, Packers tonight, 7-3. Not tonight, but this afternoon. 7-3 against 8-3 at home for the Packers. The Rams are 2-point favorites in this one.
Yeah.
So where are you going?
So I think, like I said, I think Aaron Jones does sit. I don't think they start him. I think that it's too risky to have him in there. And with Aaron Rodgers' toe, whatever's going on there. So they opened up as they were Green Bay was -1 opening up. Now they're +2. So it's a 3-point swing. Yeah. So that tells me there's something else going on. I'm going to take the Rams for the upset.
Right. Okay.
Rams for the here's a question for you. I think the Rams go to Green Bay and they're going to upset Green Bay.
Yeah.
Full PPR pick one. Higgins, Bateman, Odell. Wow, this is So I said I like Higgins because I think Higgins is 2 touchdowns versus 8 for Chase. I mean for Pitts. So I think they're gonna focus on Higgins today. Bateman, Odell, we talked about. We got 2.
Yeah,
Ramondre Stevenson, New England. Hillard.
That's a lot of.
Let's see.
It's a lot of choices. And it's
if I had to pick one of those, I'm taking T. Higgins.
I'm still leaning towards if I have the option of a running back, I'm normally going to take the running back just because they're going to see the ball more. They're going to touch the ball more. Ramondre Stevenson is active. So he's good to go. He does have that knee injury. He's banged up a little bit. Damien Harris is not on the injury list at all. I feel like once this game kind of gets up, Damien Harris is going to take this one over because there's no point in throwing the ball when you're winning. When you're easily winning, and that's the way that this offense runs anyways. They don't want Mac Jones to do too much. For me, I know he doesn't catch a lot of passes, but Damien Harris is going to put up 100 yards and probably have at least 1 touchdown in this game. After that, I would agree with you on T. Higgins out of those other available. If I'm going with a wide receiver, I would pick T. Higgins. If I'm going with a running back, no, first overall, I'm going Damien Harris just because he's going to touch the ball 20 times. Yep. And T. Higgins, if he gets 5 catches, that's going to be pretty good for him. But, give me the guy that's going to touch the ball 20 times over the guy that's going to get 5 to 7 targets. I mean, just for consistency. I mean, T. Higgins could have 150 and 2 touchdowns and blow it up this week. We both like him a lot, but I'm going to take the 20 carries in Harris and
so you're taking Harris. I'm taking Higgins. Wow, is that helping Bars in the Tuck? Hopefully. Bars in the Tuck. That's an interesting name there.
Yeah, we've seen Bars before. He hasn't been around in a while, but yeah. So Bars.
So we narrowed it down to 2 for you.
Yeah, if you want to go wide receiver, go T. Higgins. If you want to go Damon, if you want to go best available,
Harris,
stick Harris in there and take those 20 touches, man. Like that's going to make you money. All right, so let's get back quickly. I'm going to take the Packers in that game. All right,
good luck, Bars.
Yep. Bars, let us know how you did. Hopefully you win. Hopefully you blow them out. I mean, that's why we're here. We're here.
Actually, I'd like to know which one he picked to win with, so we know.
Yeah. Or
the upper hand.
If you just decided, let us know.
Maybe he went with Odell and said, "The hell with you two."
Yeah, these guys don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, give me the Packers. they've lost 3 games, but they haven't really looked bad in a lot of games. The
Yep.
Rams have lost 3 games, and they've looked pretty bad in some of those losses. So give me.
Yes.
I'm just going to take the
Against San Fran?
consistency. Yeah, I'm going to take
Horrible.
consistency, and I'm going to take the home team in this one, and I'm going to stick with the Packers. Vikings 49ers. So I think we're both going Niners here.
Yes,
we
we're on the
doing
same page with one. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think San Fran
right.
at home, the way I saw them handle the Rams, I think they do the same thing.
Yeah, which is kind of
I went into
that.
So I'm not wasting a lot of time on that.
I went into that a little careful because I know you've been picking the Vikings the last few weeks. All right,
Not
and then
today.
we'll wrap it up quick with Browns at Ravens. Who are you taking in this one? This should be a good one. Sunday night.
So both teams are 5-5. I didn't see
7-3 and 6-5. Browns and Ravens. Moving on. Next game.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the last game.
Oh, another question here.
Kareem Hunt's back in. Brandon
Kareem Hunt.
Cooks.
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, you don't want Cooks?
I just don't. I mean, you don't know what that Texans offense is going to be.
I mean, so Chubb's back too. So Chubb and
Yeah.
Hunt, but Hunt's usually the one that scores the touchdowns. But
yeah,
I like Hunt. I like Hunt.
Hunt, even though he's a number 2, is still a standalone number 1 fantasy
beast. Yep.
running back. When he's in, it doesn't matter. He still puts up numbers. And yeah, Cooks against the Jets defense, he could do really well. But Tyrod Taylor looked horrendous last week.
Yeah,
Absolutely
look at the
horrendous.
quarterback too. Yep.
So I wouldn't trust it. I mean, unless you need unless you need a lot of points. If you need a lot of points, you can go with Cooks. If you're slated to lose by 20 points, maybe throw Cooks in there and hope for a big game. But Kareem Hunt should put up some nice numbers in his return. Looks fully healthy.
Yep.
Should be doing really well. So,
and apparently Baker's feeling as healthy as he's been in a while too. So Baker's back, looking good, feeling better. Chubb's back, Hunt's back. So I like Cleveland today. I think Cleveland beats the Ravens. And yeah, I mean Hunt back in there. You would think he's gonna have a big game again. Yeah, I think Cleveland wins in Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
Yep.
All right. So quickly, I'll mirror you on that one too. I don't know why, but it just feels right. It just feels right. So, all right.
Ravens
and then
yep.
with the 1 minute warning, we're on the 1 minute offense. Seattle traveling to Washington, 3-7 against the 4-6 Washington football team. Even line.
Terrible
Even
game.
line.
Terrible game.
So flip a coin. What do you got?
Playing in Washington, you said?
Playing in Washington.
So, I mean, there's something to Taylor Heineke, right? There's something to this guy. He plays up to his competition. He plays tight games. He wins games. He doesn't really make mistakes. Seattle coming out here, cold, outdoor. I think Washington wins. And I hate to say that because I don't want to see Washington win. I want to see Seattle come in and beat them. But it's hard to go against them. And the way Seattle has looked, Wilson hasn't looked good. You talked about the running back situation. I think Washington wins.
Okay, me too. So that's easy. Everything you said, I agree with. So guys, if you're watching, we hope very much that the advice has helped. Please hit that subscribe button. Tell all your friends, tell your wife, coworkers, girlfriends, kids, everybody. Join in every week with us. Talk to us. And best of luck today with your teams in fantasy and in real life. Hope for wins unless you're going against my Jets or Jim's Giants. Then you're going to lose. But otherwise, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you guys on the other side.
Amen.
Later.
Yep.